scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 4 over James Madison. Obviously, big implications here in the Sun Belt, and as this one plays out, we'll keep you posted.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Pocket breaking down. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And the Gamecocks have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. The pull and throw off the RPO. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Touchdown, Bucks! The defense takes matters into its own hands. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Sellers. Floating away. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Grabbed behind the line. It's Harbor. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. The Gamecocks are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Brown. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Gonna look downfield again. He's got an open man. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Snagged in the middle. It's Smith. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Gets rid of it. Catch in the middle. It's Harbor. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Oh, they're after him. Ball is free. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Gets away. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, we're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. And he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air. It's Salter. Under fire. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. And the Buffaloes want to move quickly. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Atkins. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Up-tempo for the offense. Looking downfield on first down. Lost one deep down the right side. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Touchdown, Colorado! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Using his legs to buy some time. Keeps it himself and gets to first. Big gainer there that'll look good in the stat column, but not quite enough to put any points on the board before time expires here in the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
South Carolina, 7.
And the Buffaloes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He'll start this third quarter with a run. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. He's going to fire deep. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late. But at least you got the party started.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He calls for the fair catch and makes it deep in his own end, and he might have been better off seeing if that ball would just trickle into the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for space. It's Hayden. There he goes. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Now the play fake. That's caught. It's Hayden. He'll get it out to the 43-yard line. That's where they mark him out of bounds, and this offense is starting to do a little work. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. To the air, it's Salter. He's got him. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
Well, there's no mystery who they're throwing the football to, but defenses still can't find a way to cover this guy. And with that last catch, he now has over 1,500 receiving yards on his.
There he goes! Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Great job by the running back there with the vision and patience. He sees the hole, puts his foot in the ground. He's able to get north up the field with a great burst and get the first down.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast. He's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Buffaloes! A great catch and run for 6. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
South Carolina, 14.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Complete to start this drive. Real power running by this guy as he bangs his way to the 24. The Gamecocks can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised.
Snags it on the right. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open, quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
And I feel like this defense is starting to pick up on this quarterback's MO. You've seen it, right? Like, time and time again, he is willing to scramble. He wants to carry the football, kind of apprehensive, maybe doesn't want to make a mistake. I'd love to see him maybe hang in that pocket just a little more and maybe make some plays down the field with his own.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And the Gamecocks are on the move. Off the play fake on first down to throw. It's caught. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
The Gamecocks have it in scoring position on first and goal. Using his feet. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, South Carolina! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Virginia is ahead right now in Charlottesville, but that's not exactly Sean Moore out there dominating this one. We are a long way from being over. They're up by a field goal over Stanford. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He makes the fair catch deep in his own end, and I get the criticism, but, man, he probably wanted to at least save a few yards in field position. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the chute. Quick toss to the right. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
It's a nice play call there. You've got two-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
You don't see offensive pass interference called very often, so usually you know it's pretty blatant. It's pretty obvious. It's a severe push-off or, you know, obviously trying to break up a play so you don't give up a pick, but clear offensive pass interference on that play.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Buffaloes headed quickly to the line.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on...
Lets it fly. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Yeah, and the QB tried to use some touch, let that thing hang up in the air. But when you hang it up over the middle of the field, the defenders have a lot of time to go and try to get it and make a play. A lot of guys near the football. Nice job by the defense being in great position.
Flushed out of the pocket. He's not afraid to go deep. Intercepted, just what the defense's doctor ordered. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's going to be a tough throw for the quarterback to make, right? He's right-handed, he's rolling to his left, and that throw is going way down the field. So he's not going to be able to get all the velocity he wants. He didn't have the accuracy either. And that's a bad combination, and that's a big part of why that ball was intercepted.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Rifles it down the middle. Touchdown, Gamecocks! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
Looking for the two-point try.
coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a two-point conversion. The interception was just great.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he makes the fair catch deep in his own territory, and he might have a question or two to answer about that decision. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to pass, it's Salter. Fires to the wideout. Working on the right. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Well, these two have been absolutely unstoppable in this game, and it just feels like every time this guy drops back to throw, he's throwing it to one guy and one guy only. The defense cannot stop him. He has been a matchup nightmare all game long.
Finds his tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Makes the grab. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Buffs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good, and put 1 more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cover the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring this one out. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the third quarter.
Colorado, 42. South Carolina, 27.
They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Hold and finds his man on the left.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Back to pass, it's Sellers. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And quite simply put, you don't see that happen very often against him. He is one of not just the best quarterbacks in the game, he's one of the best players in the game. He's a Heisman Trophy candidate that oftentimes doesn't make mistakes like that. He should have thrown that football away. He decided to try and do too much, and the defense made him pay. They get a massive, massive sack, and this offense loses a ton of yards.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football, tackle, and don't give up the big plays.
And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. And the Gamecocks are on the move. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got room on the return. The 30. The 10. Touchdown, Colorado. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job, not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Pressure coming. Fires on the move. The flag flies in as this one falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. You don't see that penalty too often, but we see it here, an illegal forward pass. The Gamecocks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Fires left. He makes a catch. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
Looking to the big tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, this defense has just had this QB's number all game long. We're here in the 4th quarter, and still he's not able to set up in the pocket. He gets flushed to the outside, nothing open, and it's an incompletion.
That's caught. It's Brown. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. And the Gamecocks come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Jukes his way for more. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
Outside the pocket, lets it go. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air, it's Sellers. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. And the Gamecocks want to crank the tempo. The Gamecocks will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. This is a designed run. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
He'll set up to throw. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Back to throw, it's Sellers. Takes the easy completion. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And that's exactly what this defense needs to do. The clock is your friend. Try to keep them in bounds. No big plays, and let that clock just tick.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Throwing right. Got him, and nobody's close. He is down at the one. A terrific run after the throw and catch. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Calls his own number. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the one. Short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is 3rd and goal. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Touchdown, South Carolina! And here they come, almost all the way back.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
The AT unit on the field. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So a drive that started just beyond midfield, only 49 yards. Time is of the essence, just under a minute to go as they line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, does a portal help level this out a little bit?